I still remember that night. The way the lights at the party flickered across the polished floor, the hum of music and laughter surrounding me, and that sudden, paralyzing realization the HR was gone. It wasn't just money, and it wasn't just a favor. It was her trust, Anaya's trust, that fragile, precious thing she had entrusted to me, and somehow I had let it slip through my fingers. Panic gripped my chest as I searched every corner of the room, under chairs, behind tables, even beneath the draped curtains. I looked everywhere. Nothing. My stomach dropped. It was gone. I knew in that instant that if I told her, she might never forgive me. I had no choice but to fix this myself. Whatever it took, I would return it. Little did I know, that night would shape the next 5 years of my life. Every day, every breath, every thought consumed by that single, terrifying loss. I was 45, living in a modest apartment in a quiet part of the city. Life had a steady rhythm, work during the day, walks in the evening, and a few close friends with whom I shared my small joys. Anaya was my closest friend. She had a calm confidence I envied and a warmth that made me feel safe. When she lent me the HR I needed for a small emergency, I felt a mixture of gratitude and nervous responsibility. "I'll return it as soon as I can," I promised, clutching the envelope tightly. "You don't have to worry." "I know you will," she said with a smile, her eyes shining. "Just don't let it slip from your hands." I laughed nervously, thinking it impossible to lose something so precious. That evening, a friend invited me to a party. I tucked the HR into my purse and left, thinking a few hours of fun wouldn't hurt. The party was dazzling, music pulsing, laughter echoing, lights dancing across the walls. I let myself enjoy the moment, forgetting, for a brief while, the responsibility I carried. And then, in the blink of an eye, it happened. I reached for my purse. The envelope wasn't there. My heart froze. Panic surged like fire in my veins. I searched frantically, but it was gone. I could feel the world collapsing around me. The morning after, I stayed in bed, staring blankly at the ceiling. My mind raced. Every message from Anaya, every reminder of our friendship made my chest tighten. I could not tell her what had happened. What if she hated me? What if our years of trust crumbled in an instant? I spent the day retracing my steps in my mind, replaying every detail of the party, wondering how I could have been so careless. My hands trembled even as I counted the coins I had saved in the past few months for emergencies. It was the beginning of what I would later call my promise fund. Every penny I earned, I would save to repay her. I would fix this. I would restore her trust. Even as fear shadowed every thought, determination flickered inside me. I had to correct this mistake, no matter what it cost. Time became a blur. I took on every odd job I could find, delivering groceries, tutoring children, cleaning apartments. Each task was exhausting, but every coin added to my fund. Every step brought me closer to redemption. Friends began to drift away. Invitations went unanswered. Questions were met with vague excuses. "I'm busy, just tired. Don't worry about me." At night, I counted the money meticulously, visualizing the moment I would finally return it to Anaya. Each coin felt like a small victory, a promise that I could still make things right. But the nights were long and lonely. Anxiety clawed at my chest. I whispered to myself, "I will fix this. I will make it right, no matter what it takes." By the second and third years, my life had narrowed. Joy seemed distant. My apartment felt like both a refuge and a prison. Setbacks arrived without mercy. Unexpected expenses, minor health issues, delays at work. Doubt gnawed at me. What if it's not enough? What if I've ruined everything? Yet in those moments of despair, I found an unexpected strength. The HR, I realized, was more than just money. It was a symbol of trust, of friendship, and of my own determination. Losing it had forced me to discover resilience I hadn't known existed. Not from her, not from the world. It had been mine to reclaim all along. The panic, the fear, the sleepless nights, the years of sacrifice, they hadn't changed that. They had only changed me. I sank to the floor, clutching the envelope, my tears falling freely. My mind raced through 5 years of tension, exhaustion, and sacrifice.
Days I had given up on simple joys, nights I had spent staring at coins I had painstakingly saved, all for something that had never truly left its place. And then it struck me, as if the world itself whispered the truth. The HR I had worked so tirelessly to recover, the HR I had sacrificed so much for, it was mine all along. Every sleepless night, every coin saved, every anxious heartbeat, they had led me here, only for me to see that it had never been lost. A deep ache rose in my chest, a mix of relief, grief, and disbelief. I had poured half a decade of my life into chasing something that had been waiting for me all along. And yet, in that realization, I also saw the strength I had gained, the resilience I had discovered in myself, and the devotion I had poured into every step of this journey. I whispered into the quiet room, my voice trembling but certain. By the fourth year, the strain was overwhelming. Jobs disappeared, repairs drained my savings, and mistakes compounded my anxiety. Nights became sleepless. I wept quietly, haunted by the fear that I had lost everything, not just the HR, but Anaya's respect and friendship. Yet flashes of memory kept me moving forward. Our laughter in the park, her advice during my low points, the comforting way she always seemed to understand me. Those memories reminded me why I had started this journey in the first place. The journey had become more than a repayment. It was a test of my own limits, a mirror reflecting the depth of my commitment, patience, and care.